To battle, packmates, and welcome to the final battle between the Lyran Star Empire. And holy crap, you're already able to fire at me. Jeez. Between the Lyran Star Empire and the Hydran Star Kingdom. That's right, we've cornered the last of their battleships. And now we shall move to engage them with our own battleship force. Unfortunately, I was not able to fire my little pseudo frigates immediately upon starting of the game, that apparently the AI can. And yes, we will be going into a final decisive battle between 3 Monarch battleships, 3 Cave Lion battleships, 3 X-type destroyers, 3 X-type of our destroyers, 3 X-type heavy cruisers, and our own 3-type X-heavy cruisers. And this ought to be interesting. I'm not quite certain where this is going to go, mainly because there's going to be a lot of fighters. And if we don't kill the fighters, well, things could go very, very wrong. I mean, yeah, they are only, I suppose, X-type, or they are only Monarchs and not the Monarch battleship carrier, which would be a nightmare of pretty epic proportions. But still, this is not going to be an easy battle, especially not if I can't get my weapon systems engaged in time. Which I think I can. Come on, just a little bit more. And 3. Okay, we're good. 3 down to 0, down to target, and full power on ESGs. All weapons immediately begin followed. Phasers set to overload mode real quick. Clearly come in here, and we're going to bounce you. So come through and fire up. 298 damage, but I think we have a hole through the forward shield. Probably from the... Oh no, it's a forward port shield is down on the disruptors. I'm going to order these guys out of formation to engage at will. I want this to now be cutting through everything. Our pseudo-frigates are still alive, amazingly, and actually heading near us. We have, supporting us is our X-type destroyers, which should allow us, and we've already taken out the first of their battleships. Excellent. So the first Hydran battleship is already down. That'll be an excellent addition to, or excellent advantage for us to start taking. We do have some damage we need to keep on top of. I want these X-type phasers kept at full power. They're basically our most powerful and effective weapon systems for dealing with range. So the first of it, although I should be pretty worried about these X-type heavy cruisers. The Monarchs are big, nasty, and carry a lot of heavy weapon systems, but these X-type heavy cruisers are absolutely terrifying with the amount of damage they can actually put out. Probably get a little bit more speed going on here. Get some phasers involved, more repair to the actual systems itself. If I can get a good angle, I can come in here for another bump, and that'll be a pretty decent amount of damage. Phasers are about to come online for some pretty interesting stuff. I think that heavy cruiser actually just guarded his friend over here, nailing into him. I think we're about to get another one if we can pick him up just a little bit more. He doesn't have a whole heck of a lot left, but a little bit more phase fire ought to be able to actually do this one. He's down to basically nothing. I'm almost tempted to just break off from the attack on him in general. But the problem is that as long as he exists, if he has any fighters, they exist. And also my allies will shoot him. So he's down. We've got you right in front of us, and engaged with everything you've got. Didn't even have a fire to break down his shields as we pass right through him. And we've got one more battleship, so he's our target. We have to focus on the battleships first because we're battleships, and, well, they're battleships. So battleships fight battleships, of course. Except, of course, if you have lots of fighters, in which case, you fight everybody. The Jungle King has been destroyed. That's one of ours, I believe. It sounds like one of ours. The Hydrans are much more King Arthur's Knights sort of deal. They wouldn't name something like the Jungle King. The Jungle Book. Oh, no, that's a pretty bad joke right there. So let's just get in a little bit closer. We don't have full ESGs on this one. We're pretty badly reduced in the number that we have to bear. We just don't have the power systems to cut through everything he's got. And we are really keeping the phaser capacitors at a minimum value at this point, because we did cut through his shields. I think he nailed us with a heavy cannon right there as we pull on through. Disruptor's about to come online, but we don't have an angle to engage with them. We're about to bring on another defensive ESG. Do I have a disruptor shot here? I do, able to get a couple of shots on right into his bow, and he doesn't have a whole heck of a lot of forward shields left. I think most of the Hydran destroyers are still alive, which is a bit of a problem. Yes, we're gonna... excellent. So one of our destroyers able to come in there, do the killing blow to him, slow down a little bit, give ourselves a little bit more power, but we gotta focus on this Monarch. How are we dealing with the rest of the fight? We've got an X-type heavy cruiser, a destroyer, fighters off in the distance. So... wow, we're actually doing pretty good, actually. So let's come in here with the rest of our disruptors. As soon as they're available to be fired, I want to fire them kind of early. Get them involved so they're not causing splashback damage to me. We have an intercept course available, and he's opening fire with his long-range weapon systems. So actually, I can come in here. I didn't charge the electronic countermeasure system, and I probably should have. ESG is power, a little bit. So we'll start shoveling that in there. Cause a little bit more phaser power as we get in close. Causing some more good damage in there. Let's pull on through, see if we can't get a shield towards him. so that when he explodes, he doesn't hurt us too badly. Most of our systems are actually still online, amazingly. There we go, last of the battleships. Killer B don't care. XCA, your primary target, probably? 2 destroyers and the Killer B's off in the distance. Whereas our interceptors are trying to desperately navigate the minefield. Ooh, what do we have left? X-type heavy cruiser, X-type destroyer, X-type destroyer, X-type destroyer, fighter. Do I not have any? I do. Somewhere. Battleships, return to me. Return to formation. I don't see them on the screen, though, and that is significantly worrying me. Disruptors. All disruptors engaged. We need to get his attention. Get close enough to me so I can actually start engaging with other weapon systems. He does have an attack shift of 2, which is quite disconcerting. Fix the electronic countermeasure system, please, so I can actually use them. Yeah, it's just not able to take a whole heck of a lot of power. If you're going to zip off in that direction, I'll come in here to provide some protection for our XCA. XCAs are actually in pretty good shape. In fact, both of them are. So I'm going to come in here on this destroyer, actually. That might not be a terrible idea. So as we come in on the destroyers, we might be able to cause enough damage to completely annihilate them. So, let's kick on the... I don't want to kick it on because he's traveling so fast, he might get away. So, fire that. Follow up with a phaser barrage. And now we'll follow up with this. This will take it. I have high confidence that we've just killed the destroyer. And we did. He did take out our forward shield as he did it, but we're reducing the number of enemy targets, and that's critical. Also, our destroyer is really ripping into him. Wow, this XCA is having a bad day. Got another destroyer off here, zipping at full speed. We have taken pretty serious damage, actually. So let's patch you, and then you. Come on, the disruptor. I know oh, we're out of spare parts. Whoops. So we'll have the phaser back, and that's more important, in my opinion, than another disruptor. Because the disruptors... I mean, yeah, we just had a fantastic barrage right there, but it's the phasers that really are where it's at. The amount of damage that can be dealt. Now, seriously, where is our other battleships? Because I do not see them. I'm a little bit concerned and confused. Oh, they're probably actually dead. In fact, yeah, this fact that this screen did not go away tells me they are definitely, most certainly dead. So it's just a fact of the matter that the information hasn't been updated on the tacticals display. Let's kick on the ESGs to full power since you're coming in here. I've got a pretty decent phaser shot, but I want to get the disruptors in there first. Crunch down a whole bunch of damage, and phasers in there. Cut through with 31 and pass through. He bounced off a couple of shields, but he still took 119 damage, and he's still going. That's a testament to the power of X-type ships right there. And I think we just took out the last of the X-type heavy cruisers, so it's just a single destroyer is all that remains as the Lyran fleet seems to stand victorious. We'll come in for our final pass to absolutely wreck him, assuming we can actually get there. I mean, the destroyers are doing a pretty good job of dogging him down. Do you have rear shields at this moment? You do, so our disruptor is not going to be particularly effective, but eventually they will cut through and carve through the enemy. Oh wow, none of that hits. Absolutely none. I'm disappointed in you gunnery teams. But he is being intercepted quite well by the XTBs. The USG Lances cutting right through any sort of defenses that he has. And he is defeated. So that has been the final battle between the Lyran Star Empire and the Hydran Star Kingdom, which has been fully and completely taken over by the Lyrans. The Klingons are no doubt quite angry that we have taken over their former subjects, but we don't care, because we are of course Lyrans. And that's actually going to be the very last episode of this season of Starfleet Command. Next season, we will pick up with a new race and something brand new and interesting. I can't wait to see what it is. I still haven't decided, and I'm recording this a little bit ahead in advance, so I have some time to come up with that idea. But whatever will be in the next episode will be our next campaign for whatever we shall fight. Anyway, I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. Before I see the notification every time I post one of these videos, press that little bell icon. Leave a comment. What do you think is the next race going to be? Even I haven't decided yet, but what is your guess? And I will see you all in the next episode.